hoping I had more to say, but apparently not. I thought I was going to do like a super big, long 20-minute review like I did for Season 8, but honestly, no. People that are saying that this is as bad as Season 8, I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it. But does that mean that this new season of Dexter is good? And by new, I mean as in this decade. No, it's not good. It's not really average either, honestly. It has some pretty big, noticeable problems. And its most noticeable one is the fact that it is the second time that they have tried and failed to give a satisfactory conclusion to the series. Thus why Resurrection exists and literally just started airing on Paramount plus Showtime today. So, yeah, I don't really have a ton to say about New Blood, aside from the fact that it is not good, but it's not really bad either. It kind of falls in the middle. It's mediocre, or as the kids nowadays put it, mid. It is a mid-season of Dexter. So, this review is going to be quick and to the point, not to mention in 20 minutes or so I'm going to be heading out to finally go see this. So, I gotta make this review quick. And then I promise you, either tomorrow or tonight, whenever, if I have energy afterwards, you will get my review of Original Sin. And then whenever I can, I will do a review of the first 2 episodes of Resurrection. I'll go episode by episode like I did for my anime reviews. So, what's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my station, which is here for anything and everything animation, including TV and movies, especially including a killer of killers hiding in plain sight. I am your host and local horror nut, Jackson Small. Welcome to my review of Dexter New Blood. There's not a whole lot to say. It is mid, as the kids put it nowadays. It is very, very mid. It has some cool things about it. The acting is still great, but it has some big problems, and once again, it failed trying to give a satisfactory conclusion. Thus, now, why we have Resurrection. So, pretty short to the point review on this one, so let's just dive in. Was hoping that I had more to say on this one, since this is the franchise's big legacy comeback, years after the original finale left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, but honestly, it's kind of self-explanatory. It is a lot better than Season 8, and nowhere near as atrocious as most say. Like, some people call this the worst season, if not the second worst season of Dexter, and I don't really agree. I think both Season 8 and Season 6 of the original series are far worse than this. But that doesn't mean that this is good either. It's mid. That's the one word I can use to describe the review. It is mid. But it's still not very good, and they failed a second time to end it satisfyingly. Thus why Resurrection now exists. Dexter New Blood, aka Dexter Season 9, if you want to get technical, is a watchable installment in the franchise, but still full of some pretty big issues. The acting is still great, especially Michael C. Hall, who continues to prove himself amazingly as Dexter. The kills are solid, they're on screen, they're vicious, they're brutal, but they're not the goriest in the entire series, unfortunately. Concepts are fascinating on paper. I do like some of the things that they were trying to do, but in execution it kind of flopped. And runtime is finally shortened at only 10 hours instead of 12, because it's 10 episodes instead of 12, making it easier to sit. Showtime, thank you for finally cutting the freaking length down a little. Because as much as I love those old seasons of Dexter, 12 hours is still a shit ton of time. And sure, 10 is still a lot, but it's a lot more tolerable. And Deborah's ghost being Dex's new dark passenger is actually really cool. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense in terms of the story, but it's cool, and it's honestly just an excuse to have Jennifer Carpenter back as Deborah again. And she is great as she's always been. Except for Season 6, where they turned her into crap, but that's besides the point. But the story is a mess. The story is an absolute mess. I can't even try to dive into it because it is just such a mess that I can't even attempt to describe it to you. All you need to know is that it is an absolute mess and one of the weakest of the series. Writing is very hit or miss. Some of the lines are pretty good, especially the line that Dexter uses when he first resurrects his killing instinct, but the rest of it, it's just unremarkable. And then towards the end, it just gets outright bad. Character development is minuscule. There's not really a whole lot of character development to speak of here, unfortunately enough. Like, they tried to do some new things with Dex, but it doesn't really go anywhere until, like, the very end. Harrison is beyond annoying. I can see now why people hate this character. He is annoying, he is aggravating, and the fact that he is the one that gets to do what he does at the end of this particular season is pretty damn infuriating. Rewatchability is low. I don't really have a desire to rewatch this anytime soon like I do with the first 4 seasons of the original Dexter, but it's not terrible by any means. And the finale, while not worse than the original one from Season 8, it's a tiny bit of an improvement, it's still pretty damn bad. This finale is almost as infamous as the one in Season 8. It is a pretty bad finale, it's a pretty damn lousy finale, and a whole lot of it makes absolutely no damn sense whatsoever. So, yeah, finale sucks. This show may not be bad, but this finale sucks. But once again, just like with Season 8, it's not the entire ending of the entire series, so I have to knock it back a little. Like, I have to be at least a little bit nice, because this one is no longer the actual finale, since, again, Resurrection now exists. But it is still a really damn bad finale. It's not as bad as Season 8, but it is still bad. Overall, fine enough. Not good, pretty big disappointment after all the hype and build-up, but it is far from the worst. One and done as final verdict, 4.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. See you next time for Original Sin, which I've heard is pretty good. See you then.